not going to believe this, but maybe you will. Right now I'm currently on the highway with a car full of chickens and a suitcase, so it's a vibe. I forgot to share this message that it is that I received. Now it has to be about 5 days ago. And as I'm sitting here driving in silence and just loving it, I was speaking to the divine and just asking for clarity and messages and all of the above. And I heard the word imposter, and then I was brought into a space where I revisited the vision that I had early, like literally about 5 days ago. So the word is imposter. And for those of you guys that don't know, if I get one word, that word has a lot of significance and meaning and value. And the more that I could hear that word, I could have heard that word a million times in my life, but usually when I hear the word, looking at the definition provides additional intuitive guidance and insight into exactly why Spirit is sharing that. So the word imposter came through, and then shortly after, within a moment, I went back to 5 days ago, I'm estimating, where I had this vision of this snake. And it's interesting because sometimes when we think of imposter, we think of something that is harmless, that is benign to us, that has no ill, or it's trying to show like it has ill intention, but ultimately it's very harmful to us and it's trying to hurt us. In this case, when I had the vision 5 days ago, and when I'm hearing the word imposter now, it's showcasing that the opposite is true in this situation. The fact that, I want to say before I even dive into this further, the fact that Spirit allowed me to go so long without sharing this message with the world, knowing fully well that this one wasn't for me, goes to show that this message isn't urgent, but it's something that someone needs to truly be aware of. An imposter. I could not tell, and this is also one of the reasons why I waited to share this video, because as I was asking for more details, I wasn't receiving anything, and then as I waited patiently, time passed. But this person, or this imposter energy, is significant because it's either representing someone in your circle or someone close to you, or it's representing you. And so you're going to have to sit with this if you feel called to. But imposter in this situation is a reflection of the inaccuracy of this person. They are coming across as if they're harmful, or as
speed check reported ahead on I-75 North.
Or if they could harm you. But the truth is that they're actually harmless, and they're doing a lot of things, like there's a lot of like bravado or something, like energy that they're showcasing to make them seem like they're something other than what they are. The reason why is for self-defense and self-preservation. I'm also, with this, I get a sense of a history of acts of violence against the person, or a history of like being taken advantage of, being abused. So now there's this bravado or this defense mechanism to show up as something that you're not. As I sat with the word imposter, and as I'm talking about it now, Spirit wants to acknowledge the fact that if this is you, and you are your own imposter in your own life, you are not showing up as vulnerable and as your true core state of being, innocent, naive, creative. There's like a sense of softness that spirit would love to see you lean into, but understands wholeheartedly why you don't feel safe because of your history or because of your expectation that this situation is not safe for you. However, the divine wants to open up the space for you to call into existence safety so that you can feel protected to show up as your authentic self and not show up in this space as an imposter. Whoa, I almost dropped my phone. Second, if this is someone in your space, there's someone here that wants to come across as a threat to you, but they are not a threat to you. They have a huge bravado around them that they have as a defense mechanism. There's a high chance that this person is in like a corporation or business organization where they're actually coming from a lower self-worth or lower self-value lens, like that's the energy that they're coming from, and they carry this bravado and this way of articulating themselves and a way of decision making and manipulation, because truthfully at the end of the day they're feeling, if you peel back the layers, they're actually feeling like vulnerable, scared. And in this situation, Spirit wants you to acknowledge the fact that this is not something that you should be afraid of. This person is not someone that you should be afraid of, that you actually hold the power and you hold it strong, but you wouldn't know that. The reason why Spirit wants you to be aware of this person's actual energy and to assume, I never say on my channel to assume, but to assume that this person is trying to take advantage of the situation, because it will have to be an assumption. This is a person who, pardon my French, is showing up as a dick. Like they say things, they seem cold-hearted, they seem disconnected, and they're truthfully not. Like they might be leaning into you and giving you a hard time for what reason. And there's this real strong sense that Spirit needs you to know that this person is an imposter. They seem like, oh goodness, send good energy because there's an accident ahead and I hate to see that someone got in an accident. They would seem like they're trying to hurt you and harm you, or that they don't like you or they don't appreciate you. But if you believe the bravado, if you believe this quote-unquote imposter, it's going to stop you from being successful. It's going to stop you from shining your light, because this person sees what you're capable of and what you can do in your light. And that's why they try that. That's why they pinpoint you. It's like they've narrowed in on this and they're trying to pinpoint and highlight your weakness and take you down and put you at a disadvantage, which doesn't even logically make sense. Because, and I'll say this, I'm kind of going off on a tangent right now, but I believe that if I'm strong, you're strong, right? If you're strong, I'm strong, because I can lean on you for help. You can lean on me for help. We can lean on each other. A good team.
Crash reported ahead on I-75 north in a quarter mile. You're still on the fastest route.
A good team sets everybody up for success, but this person is so incomplete within themselves that they can't see that. So they're finding many different ways to show up to convince you that you are at risk of losing your job, or you're at risk of, or you're not worth it, or you're not valuable, or whatever the case is, when truthfully you are. If you really stepped in your power and you did not believe this imposter, your light would surpass them and you would shine into greatness, which is what the divine wants for you and wants to speak that over you. One last thing before I sign off, because I'm not totally comfortable with sharing a video while I'm driving, but all of this is not meant to speak fear into you. It's actually meant to speak life into you. The divine really needs you to know that any type of imposter energy is literally set